Hi everyone, good evening. Okay. At first, let's make a quick introduction about what we are talking about. Here we are talking about software called TreeShade, and I go live on daily basis. So subscribe in this YouTube channel so you get notified when I go live, and you can ask in the chat if you have any problem or solution you want to fix. Okay, this software it's an extension for Adobe InDesign mainly, in addition to Adobe Photoshop, Adobe Illustrator, and Adobe Bridge. And by the way, Adobe Bridge is free. You can install without the need for subscription. Just make an account on Adobe and you can install Adobe Bridge. And the software TreeShade also totally free. If you don't have the link for installing, you can simply go to this website, exchange.adobe.com, and in this page, Creative Cloud, search for TreeShade. And this is the software. There will be a button here for installing, or you can click here for installation help, and you can download the file, download the TreeShade, and download software called Anastasia's Extension Manager. This is the software. Drag and drop the file over this extension manager, and the software will be installed. In addition to the extension, the software also have local server, Node.js local server. This Node.js executed through main.js. You will find this file in the root folder, and this root folder TreeShade will ask you to create after restarting Adobe Bridge, because after restarting Adobe Bridge, go to Window, Extensions, TreeShade, then you will have a message here to restart again. The software will ask you to create root folder. So all your project centralized in one place for making connection between the files, because the extension, it's not just simple software. It's a file management system, content management system, and hosting server. In this, now I finished the introduction. Let's start in our subject. Here, after determining the root folder, and if you have old root folder for your project and uninstalled the software, installed again, or move the drive from computer to computer, you can easily select the old root folder, so TreeShade connect to it. Inside the root folder you will have workshop, and within workshop put your project files and edit them. So let's go to workshop, and let's go, I have folder here called testing, inside testing, let's create a new folder. A, B, C, D, E, F, then G. A, B, C, D, F, G. Okay. Open, Control O, open. Now the folder is empty. What we want to explore in this session is using regular expression, regex, in changing the names of the files. Suppose we have list of files. Let's copy files to the folder, any file. Control C, Control V. Okay. You can select the files, right click, and from the context menu, these commands related to TreeShade. So if you install Adobe Bridge without TreeShade, you will not have these commands. From here, preferences up to this new from selected. And what we want to talk about is this command, change. If you want to copy or cut the files, don't use cut and copy, the default command in Adobe Bridge. But at first, select pick for change to pick the files for an action. Then go to the new location or in the same location as you want and run move here or copy here or move here. So let's say we want to cut and put inside a subfolder. Pick for change, and now let's make a folder here. It's open, and now change, move here. Then the files will be moved. This folder in Mac OS hidden, but in Windows it's not, so just ignore the folder and don't delete it, and also don't edit its content. Now we can rename the files using change command. You can select the files and run change directly. So the change command can execute it on the selected files or on picked files. So you can pick file and you can select a file and pick for change. Then go to different folder, select another file and pick for change. After collecting the files, then you can execute. Or you can simply select the target files and execute the command directly. So if there is picked file, then the command will be executed on the picked files. And if there is no picked files, you can select files and run the commands. Here you have shortcuts. These shortcuts as copy here and move here installed with the software, but for more sophisticated and advanced command, select run. This have unlimited flexibility in renaming files and moving them. You will have instructions here how to use, and these actually the shortcuts that installed with the software. You can add more shortcuts, and you can remove or modify using these commands, these instructions, to add a shortcut, to execute a shortcut, to remove a shortcut. And here variables you can use in the a new path that you want to apply. Let's say we want to rename these files to have the first two words. So only the first and second word between the dashes. So we can write file name at first. So we want the same path, which means this is the current folder. If you remove this $, it means the parent folder of the selected file. And that works in search mode. If you search for files, the result, each file will belong to different folder in your project. So writing this means relative to the parent folder of each file. But if you want to target the current folder that you are browsing now, and this is not for in search mode, because in search mode you don't have current folder. And here the file name itself. Then you can write replace here we have three: replace the path, replace the file name, and replace the file extension. Let's make replace the file name. So write rn, which means replace name, then slash, then from what to what we want to target. We want to target all the list except the first and second. How we can do that? You can ask ChatGPT. Let's see. Okay, let's copy and let's put here. then slash again, and here to leave empty because we don't want. Okay, you can execute this command to replace all the files directly, but you can write another flag for confirming each change one by one. Add CE, confirm each to be in safe mode. And let's click OK. Nothing happened. Let's try again. The problem here, this column. This column have meaning in the change command. So let's say make the regex without con. So let's try again. At first .str fn file name. So we keep the same path, then replace name. You will find here. Replace name from to, and let's paste from, and then to, let's keep empty, and let's add confirm each. Okay. Now each file will be confirmed. I see it remove all the file name. The file name itself removed. So let's abort. It removed all the text. Let's try again. Change run. And here let's change the from part and replace name. Okay. The same problem. Abort. Do you know what we can do? We can target the full name. That would be better, to target the full name dot plus and replace with first two words. So we have sequence of non dash. Let's escape. and then we have dash, then another text except dash. Okay. So we couldn't use regex in to, only in from. Let's abort again. We can do that using the groups. So I forget about the group. So let's select the files again. Right click, change run, and then here we have replace name from to and from. This is from. Let's select these and delete. So we have from, then to. From we have sequence of small letters and digits. So A to Z, 0 to 9. Glass. Then we have dash. Then we have another word. And all these let's put in one group, because this is the group that we want to target. And then let's add at the beginning this, and then $1, which means the first group. It's the only group, but it's working. Okay. No, it's not working. Again, change run. I think we remove the first two words and replace them with the first two words. So we do nothing here. What we want to add is the remaining of the name. So add at the end dot plus. Let's click OK. Okay, good, it's worked now. So we have here full name, and here only the first two words. Let's abort and add the date. It's supposed we want the date at the end. But at that time, we need to add the date in replace variable or in the file name before replacing. So we add the date before replacing or after replacing. Before or after. If we add the date after before replacing, then we can abort, right click, change on, and now let's add here before replacing. Let's add after the file name date. Here you have variables for date, day second, day minute, day hours, weekday order, weekday name, weekday abbreviation, year abbreviation. Let's select here abbreviation. And instead of writing the whole variable, you can write just YA, like this. Let's add dash, then month order, MO, then month date. And here, instead of removing all the remains, let's write I couldn't determine the remains, so let's say underscore. Okay, so here after the file name, let's write underscore. Then we want to select all the text except the underscore. Except the underscore. So all the names selected till the underscore that comes before the date. Let's click OK. Good. So now we have the first two words separated by dash, then underscore, then the date. So now you can click OK for all to change all, or you can click OK to select one by one. You can both for later, for later. So you can do something, rename manually or move file to file or do anything. Then execute the same command, and at that time it will continue with the same list despite what you selected or what you picked. You can skip if you don't want the change this specific file. And abort, that we executed many times in this session, for aborting the command. So let's click OK. OK for all. So it worked except the first one, because here we have 2D, and in the change, I think in the replace we select A to Z 0 to 9. Why it's not executed? 2D. Graphic. Do I skip and forget about that? Let's execute again. It's worked. I think I clicked to skip, but forget. So let's click OK. Done. Now what we want to do is you can do what you want. It's flexible and have many features. Change, run. Can we change the small letters to capital using regular expression? I'm not sure. Can we use regex to change small so we couldn't. Anyway, suppose we want to add the date, this date, to be inside square bracket at the end of file name. So what we can do here, we want to target the date which actually exists after the dash. So it's put after the underscore. So after the underscore, we have sequence of digit, then dash, then digit. No, we have a group of 3. So we want to add another one. So we have 3, or we can simply write okay, it's work. So we have the date here as first group. This is the date. And then just like that. And we want to change to square bracket followed by the group followed by square bracket. Let's click OK. And we have something wrong. The date repeated here, and we have backslash square bracket y abort. I think this is not working here. Here no need to be skipped, because the regular expressions is only in from part. In from part, not to. So we have here replace name from to. In to we don't write regular expression, just use a star to represent the group. So simply write square bracket and here square bracket. And I forget and remove the slash to separate the parts. So we have here from part, and we target the date after the underscore, then the date, and change to underscore, then the date, but let's say instead of underscore we want space, then the same date inside square bracket. What we forget to remove is to remove the date from the file name before replacing, because we add the date in the old change command. We add file name then the date, so no need for this. Now we are just encapsulating the date. So targeting the current file name and execute this replace from to, and here this flag confirm each to ask to ask on each change. Click OK. Okay, good. Now that we have two words, then the date encapsulated inside the square bracket and separated with a space. Okay for all. Why I think the something wrong here, because the first file escaped now. Let's try again. And add space between the first word and second word instead of dash. So right click, change run, and here let's keep the same name, and then replace what? Replace dash, because it's the first one, with space. That's it. Okay. So the dash here replaced with space. Only the first dash. Here we have problem, none of none. There is a bug here. And I think this related to the problem that we have. Okay. That's it. Thank you for watching, and don't hesitate to install the software. It's totally free. Go to Adobe Exchange and search in Creative Cloud for TreeShade. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe so you get notified when I go live. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.